Hello and welcome to module number 7 for EDCI 5700 for the spring 2026 semester. So let's go ahead. We'll get started here. I'm going to share my screen and got module 6 up. So we'll go through module 6 to get to module 7. And so the photo I'm sharing with you, I took this um, almost 10 years ago near downtown Boise. That's when we had a really good snow year and actually more than usual. And we had flooding along the Boise River, and I took this pretty close to downtown. So let's go ahead. You're watching the video. The reading assignment is chapter 7 and 8 from the Creswell and Guterman textbook. And over the past 30 years, qualitative research has become increasingly popular in educational studies. Reasons for this rise in interest are manifold, but may largely be due to the fact that quantitative studies, though useful for testing hypotheses and yielding generalizable results, do not empower us to more deeply understand a phenomenon. As you read these chapters, consider what types of understandings can you gain about your topic through qualitative data that would be missing from quantitative data? Is qualitative data superior or inferior to quantitative data? How might rigor in a qualitative study be different from rigor in a quantitative study? And how does the role of the researcher change between these two types of studies? So, as you read through here, you're going to get an introduction to qualitative research. And then the supplemental PowerPoints for the chapters or chapter 7. And chapter 7 is collecting qualitative data. And the learning objectives are identify the 5 steps in collecting qualitative data, identify different sampling approaches to selecting participants and sites. The third one is describe the types of permissions required to gain access to participants and sites. Recognize the various types of qualitative data you can collect, identify the procedures for recording qualitative data, and recognize the field issues and ethical considerations that need to be anticipated in data collection. For chapter 7, for chapter 8. For chapter 8, so we had chapter 7 on collecting, and chapter 8 is analyzing and interpreting qualitative data. So the learning objectives, the first one is identify the six steps in analyzing and interpreting qualitative data. Describe how to prepare and organize the data for analysis. Describe how to explore and code the data. Use codes to build description and themes. Construct a representation of and report qualitative findings. Make an interpretation of the qualitative findings. And the last one, advance validation for the accuracy of your findings. So let's get back to the module's main page. So I provided a YouTube video on quantitative versus qualitative data, and then a video on a beginner's guide to coding qualitative data. And I will be up front with you all. I am a quantitative researcher. I've had several doc students who've done qualitative, but my expertise is in qualitative or in quantitative. And if you do have a question about qualitative, if I don't know, I will find someone who does who can help you out. Have you posted your module reflection? There it goes. and then the quiz. And the suggested completion date for Module 7 is March 15th, right before the University of Idaho's spring break. That concludes the introduction and instruction for Module 7 for EDCI 5700. Take care, and I will talk to you later.